swap out a battery, and that's why they were lifting that hero up.
3, 2, 1, game start.
Well, the All-State even safer driver, Red Standard 3.
Oh,
the
yeah.
base.
I remember this. We needed the bumper stickers for this guy. Oh, and here's the robot I was talking about that uses cardboard to make sure that when they slide forward while they're driving, that they don't catch the edge of the plastic.
Yes. But that cardboard looks like it's pretty low to the ground and not exactly covering that armor plate.
Right. Yeah, so what I had mentioned earlier was that when it pitches forward and that rubs, your armor plate has a minimum height that it has to be off the floor. And I think when you pitch forward, you're no longer legal with that. But we'll see what happens. The robot's going around here. I do apologize if my intensity was off-putting to some of you earlier. I am very passionate about RoboMasters, having been a competitor before. We've got a kill onto the blue team. I believe that was from barrel overheat.
Barrel overheat.
I don't think the sentry shot them. Did the sentry get that kill? It's definitely outputting projectiles. I don't know if launching is the correct word, but the projectiles are coming out with some amount of velocity. We're going to go with launching. The sentry from Penn State is officially launching some projectiles.
It sounds like it's hitting at least some kind of plastic, and the floor is made of foam, therefore, or it is made of plastic as well, but it's not what the sound projectiles make whenever they hit just the floor of the arena.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to go with the optimistic assumption here and say, wow, Penn State, your sentry got a kill.
If not a kill, at least scared him off.
Oh yeah. Or at least scared him into holding down that mouse button too long, because they did die. I'm not sure if they overheated from having to run away, like you said, or from trying to shoot back or what.
Yep.
But definitely that pressure that the sentry applied was part of it.
Looks like Red Hero is going to go offline because of that power issue. Oh.
Was it really?
And I think the same... Oh, nope. Blue Standard 3 just got disconnected by the referee system. You can tell in the top right, as that's what that red is. Not sure if that's a penalty or if they got disconnected.
I think their health is slowly decreasing. Yep. I think the longer you stay disconnected, and then it will kill him here in about a second. Yep, there it goes.
We'll see if Penn State is going to be able to get any damage onto the sentry. Sentry damage being the next main win condition. I haven't really been keeping track of how many times the robots have died on either side to the barrel overheat, or I guess to the sentry, if we're going to give that credit.
Matt, we might have a match kind of like this morning where we have to delve into the deep archives of the RMUL rules to figure out who's the winner here. There have been multiple deaths to overheating and such. I'm not sure who's had more.
Well, I think all that matters is about the health of the robots that have gone down. So if you die multiple times to overheat, it depends on how
firing?
much extra
Who is
health you
this?
got.
Is this the 1v1 noise I'm hearing? I can't see projectiles.
Nope, there are projectiles flying from the sentry. I think actually hitting Blue Standard 3.
Red Sentry, Penn State Sentry is firing.
Really hard to see though. We don't get the first point of view because there is no person driving the sentry for Penn State. Looks like it is attacking Blue Standard 3.
Oh, Red Standard 3 is firing as well. He's sitting right underneath the sentry. I can see it on his speed monitor module. Red Standard 3 taking some shots. Penn State able to launch projectiles in this match. Very encouraging. We'll see if they can go deal a little bit of damage to the sentry of the four boys.
All they need is one shot to practically guarantee their win condition.
Matt, do you think the four boys is really just a four-man team? Because that would be wickedly impressive.
That would be very impressive. But that would mean one person from
each school. This would be crazy. All right, Red Standard 3 has reloaded with ammo at the ammo spot and is now doing the very safe, sponsored by Allstate drive back to the middle.
He will get there, hopefully, eventually.
Yep.
And he will also get there in one piece without
He is
threat
doing
of taking
the
damage.
most meditative spin to win I have ever seen.
It's the Master Yi W. He's meditating.
Yep. He is dealing a lot of damage, though, to Blue Standard 3. It's hard to see. Oh, there we go. Great camera angle here. You can see that meditative spin to win as Red Standard 3 continues to deal damage onto the four guys robot. Great job from Penn State University. This is another one of our newer teams who's able to field driving and shooting robots, and that is quite an impressive feat, especially with all three, especially with a sentry that shoots. Phenomenal.
And I will say, despite them moving slow, they aren't overheating and dying. Their hero was having a bit of issue with that because it's a much larger robot, so you're drawing a lot more power to be able to move, especially with all that metal up in the top frame where a draw.
I'm not sure how.
Result.
Matt, I think I need to read up more on the RoboMaster's rulebooks. Color me confused.
We dealt to either team without a disconnect.
Which is hilarious because I think...
I mean, that was almost a half health bar of damage.
And I think they said that they would not be redoing the match, right? And so instead they counted it as a draw. But I think the draw is basically redoing the match?
Redoing a match.
Okay, all right.
Semantics,
I think
in technicality, if you're going to go by that, it is just redoing a match.
I'm getting some X motions from the referees. I do apologize. My inability to speak Chinese makes it a little bit hard to realize what the referees are saying sometimes. We do have a multilingual reffing staff, so sometimes it's in English. Oh, we've got some official rules things from Austin. It says a draw in the knockout stage of the competition leads to an immediate tiebreaker round until a team wins.
So it is a best of one then. All right, thank you for that clarification.
What?
I think the next team to win wins. This
Wacky. All right, well, we got 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. We're 1 minute into the game. Chat, thanks for being here.
Oh. I think that agitator is trying to work a little bit.
That agitator is turned up really high.
That would have instantly killed the hero if he even got 2 projectiles out.
Yes, Tanumi, Blue 3 is still disconnected from the server, so any damage that the red team deals to Blue 3 will not count towards their damage.
So basically, if you're PSU, please do not shoot Blue 3 because it is not going to do anything for your win condition. You are just going to end in another draw. And
look at this. They're taking shots at the sentry.
If they hit that sentry only once, that will be a win condition.
Bottom right-hand corner of the screen. It's so hard to hit these as a level 2 standard.
Level 1 standard is real tough. You're not able to actually see where your projectiles are going. You just kind of have to inference. Oh, and that's a single hit done. That is going to put PSU in the lead.
There we go, PSU. Let's hear some cheers from the PSU team. That's the thing y'all needed to see right there. Pretty quiet PSU team on here. But chat, where's the PSU fans on the interweb? Let's hear those chants. What does PSU say when they're winning a game? This is really exciting. Good job, guys. Dealing some damage to that sentry. That will put them ahead on one of the more common win conditions of a match that they don't have to worry about.
One that's not going to be debated for 10 minutes between the matches as the rest need to figure
Chris
out
Duo shouting out, letting us know that PSU is watching online and is really excited that they're going to win this match and stay in the group stages. Well, get out of the group stages, I guess, technically, and into the semis, qualifiers, quarters. I got there.
Oh, okay. So until a team wins 2. So it could be if 100 more draws happened until a team wins 2 games. This setup is not over. It is not a best of 1. It is until a team wins and has a 2 on that scoreboard at the top of your screen. That is currently both zeros. Currently looking in favor of
so many projectiles coming out. The sentry now down to almost half health. I think at 400 in health points from the McMaster, GT, and Ontario team. A great showing from Penn State. Good job, guys.
Yep. That's going to put Penn State in the lead. Both standards on the McMaster card GT team.
I love the slow, methodical driving of Penn State. It is a great fix. We have seen so many standards go over that power limit and suicide or die or run out of health, however you want to word it.
Better slow than not at all.
Yep.
Plus, you can get that Allstate sponsorship.
We are is the cheer. Yell in TAMU speak. One of my favorite quotes from New Girl is when they're flashing back to when Jess is a child and she says, "Better safe than Speedy."
Well, that seems to be the motto.
Yep.
Of PSU, as Speedy can sometimes mean death.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty costly cost.
It is a costly cost. The costliest.
seconds left in the match. Not a whole lot going on. Our all-state safe driver making his way to the Sentry to do a little bit more damage, already securing a hefty lead considering neither infantry robot or anything with a projectile launcher on the blue
Here
team
he
can do it at all.
comes. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Hey. He's got that need for speed, folks. But he takes the win. Penn State University with the dub. So that will count as their first victory. We will continue playing matches until one of these two teams has 2 victories to battle it out in the quarters.
2-1
Blue
game start.
Blue 4 is missing a battery. If you notice that it's not on. Maybe they just turned it off. They will get more XP.
The battery did die, but that means they will get more XP for the standard that currently works, which is Blue Standard 3. At least was able to drive, I mean, a little straight into the wall. Hey, he's got control this time. Hopefully he'll be able to actually shoot. If he is, that will put him on pace with the tactics employed by PSU, as their hero does not look like it's able to do anything but be a body shield.
Yep, agreed.
And it can't move too fast, otherwise it has overheated in the past.
We'll see what Blue Standard 3 and Red Standard 3 are able to do. There we go.
So the projectiles being fired from Penn State all the way from mid-court to the Sentry. The Sentry not having a gun to protect itself.
Looks like they're just going to have a bit of a base race, as Blue Standard 3 also is taking an aggressive stance, aiming towards the Sentry and firing! McMaster car fired! They fired way too fast and went over their barrel heat limit and died and did not land any hits, but we love to see it.
You got to really watch that barrel heat, especially on those low-level standards,
yep.
because that bar fills up really quickly and you go down very fast.
That was a pretty severe mistake by McMaster car, because now PSU is a level 2 standard. And a level advantage in a game like this is going to be everything. But if McMaster, GT, Ontario Tech are able to land a single shot onto the Sentry, it will put them in the lead with 3 minutes left to go. This is the match I wanted to see, Matt.
Being very careful not to overheat his chassis. Blue Standard 3 moving very slowly into position
We
again.
can see Standard 3 right there firing again from the blue team. So close.
All he needs to do is get
I think that's 590 left on the side of McMaster. It is.
Still 600 for Penn State. The shot from Blue Standard 3 has not connected to the
McMaster
Sentry.
car's standard again dies due to barrel heat. That is going to continue feeding XP to the Penn State University standard.
The bot level can be seen as the chevrons to the right of the icon in the HUD. So in the top right and top left in their respective teams and colors, you can see underneath the overall bars for the Sentry and the base health, you can see the standard and the hero on the Penn State side, and just the standard on the McMaster GT side. And the chevrons above, I guess above the level on the right, or above on the left, the bar to the left of the icon on the right, and to the right of the icon on the left. A little bit hard to follow that logic, but
I think they hit it. I think they hit it.
580 to
580. Is it 580, 580 or 580, 590?
580.
Oh my goodness. All right. They've got to land some more hits, but watch out. Don't look now. But Penn State is coming for that GT. Oh, and it's a quick kill. Yeah, chat. The other way to check is, instead of counting chevrons, you can just look at what color those triangles are, those chevrons. Bronze is level 1, silver is level 2, gold is level 3. And so you can now see the 3 gold chevrons next to Red Standard 3's icon. Ooh. Oh. That was a loud thump. I think that was the red hero running into a wall, killing itself and dropping the invulnerability. Matt, how funny would it be if we had another tie?
That would be a whole other match from these two teams.
All right, so I believe it's 2 level 3 standards now. Yep, level 3 standard versus level 3 standard. Both of them focused mainly at the Sentry. What does that dialogue box on his heads-up display say?
I think that is a card.
What? Ah, they're choosing their level up focuses. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I wonder if they know how. Not trying to be a butt. For our newer teams, that referee system can be difficult to use. And if they're not able to select their level up systems, they won't get the full benefits of the level 3 standard.
Looks like blue standard 3 might be in position to try to track, or at least
19 seconds left to go. Both teams should be just taking shots at the sentries with reckless abandon.
Not driving back into the wall with reckless abandon as much.
8 seconds. Come on, someone. One hit on a sentry.
That will determine the game. Otherwise, this might be another draw.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Oh, my word. We're going to go to, what is this, a 5th game?
This is a 5th game.
I don't know what that big thunk was, but something happened on the red side. Our camera just moved even. Jared, are you calling a false start on McMaster? Oh, my goodness.
That's fine.
Well, Jared, I'm not a ref and you're not a ref, so we'll see what the refs decide to do about it. But here we go. Once again, there's one robot off on the blue side. Yellow card. All right, cool.
Okay,
very inconsequential. Doesn't really do anything. Here we go. I don't think the yellow card, you can see them posting up. Please don't fire at the sentry. Well, yeah. No, it's the sentry. Do fire at the sentry. You got it, guys. Red standard 3 starting to take shots.
Get into the lead. Looks like they're trying to at least take shots on it.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Red standard 3 has turned his
of
attention to blue standard 3, and they might actually fight.
Sentry health still maximum for both teams, although many shots have been fired so far. Not
yeah,
many
Jared,
have
let's
connected.
take a look at that midfield. I think midfield is the view we're going to want here. So you can see red standard 3 in the background of your view here, taking shots at the sentry. They have hit the sentry. And now at the foreground of your view, you can see blue standard 3 who's taking shots at the red sentry. And these two robots are going to sit here, both taking shots at the opposite sentry, and whoever deals the most damage in 5 minutes is the winner.
Police barrel on red 3. That means his barrel is jammed, right? If I remember how that is called correctly.
Yep. But he has already done sentry damage, so they are ahead.
They are ahead. But it can be tied or taken the lead of.
Oh, my.
If McMaster is able to land shots.
Okay, it counted as a kill because his referee spec was out of.
Well, we've seen a lot of different deaths and nothing ended up affecting it. So I think we're gonna just go ahead and say
level 3 standard.
Level 3 standard shouldn't have any of the power problems. Should have a reasonable rate of fire. All he's got to do is be able to hit the sentry.
All right, McMaster, Ontario, and Georgia Tech, let it rip, buddy. Fire. Ready, aim, fire. At the sentry. Your level 3 standard. Click the button.
He has 400 gold, so no shortage of being able to purchase ammunition or be able to refuel.
On your mark. Get set. Fire. They will lose this if they can't fire any projectiles in the next 2 minutes and 25 seconds. What an odd happenstance that would be. It looks like because of the barrel jamming, Penn State is not going to be able to get any damage.
Oh, projectiles have been launched from
blue 3, and
also
they could
kind
go
of
that
dumped.
route. They could go that route. They could try and shoot through the entire shield of the base. It is much more difficult than the sentry hits.
We've seen teams that have been able
actually
to have really
almost
fast
killing
fire
themselves.
rates
You
not
can
be able to do
see.
that.
I don't know why. Everyone's jumping up and yelling. Are they doing a red card on red 1? What's happening?
Looks like the hero might be trying to body block in order to make sure that that position.
You're
can't
allowed
reach.
to block. They might be carding blue 3. You're allowed to block as long as you're not blocking a respawn and reload point, I believe.
Looks like that might have been chassis overheat on blue 3. Blue 3 back online since his first knockout. He's still back relatively quickly.
All right, blue 3, you've got to land some hits onto the sentry. Go ahead and take some shots for us. Give him lots of ammo, okay? Lots of projectiles. Just fill her up.
Quite a few fall out the back.
Oh, they're trying.
All right, minute left. They needed to do more than 20 damage.
All right.
Or more than 10 damage, I think. I think that's at 590.
55 seconds to land more than 2 shots. Here goes McMaster, Georgia Tech, and Ontario. And they're thinking about it. They're lining it up. They understand this is for the big chalupa. It's not, actually. If they win, they get to stay in. Are they unable to fire? Is it jammed?
Barrel might be jammed, which is what the erratic motion would be trying to do, is unjam the agitator and ball path to be able to get to those flywheels.
This would be the end. This would eliminate Georgia Tech, Ontario, and McMaster from the competition and give Penn State the W by landing 1 hit on the Century.
Got 10 seconds left to do it. We'll see if that ball path is unjammed. It looks like it isn't, as the final seconds tick down. The victory is going to go to Penn State. Penn State will be proceeding into Group